Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Sam and I am excited to be back. It's 2022 and I'm really gonna give my YouTube channel the effort it deserves this year. I am working towards my own goals and I want to help you make your goals and dreams happen. I feel like I've done a lot of self-discovery, a lot of self-improvement, a lot of things over the last year, and I feel like I want to share that with you guys and bring that fresh energy for the new year. I wanted to make this video for quite a long time now. I've made little videos of like little moments that have helped me get towards this point now, and I have realised that there is no just end destination for the goal. It's gonna just keep going, and it's that self-improvement and just that progress that makes me happy. So it's not like I'm gonna get to one moment and sit on the couch and just be like, okay, that's done now and there's nothing else to do. It's not like that. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about 8 tips that I think are crucial to achieving your goals and making your dream life happen. So I'm just gonna go over the things that I've learned on my own kind of personal journey through my self-discovery and reading books and actually taking action on my dreams and what I want in life, and it has been going quite well so far. So to give you some context about me, I can now say I'm a content creator and fashion influencer, which I've always kind of wanted to do. I've never really quite realised that. There's always been a side of me that likes, you know, taking photos and creating content and just being extra and all things that I've spoken about on this channel before, but to actually put that into a career, I could never really like crystallize that thought. And it was through lockdown that I thought, okay, I want to get this going. So for the last kind of 2 years I've been posting like kind of dedicated fashion content, but for the last year and a half, so last summer, is when I thought, okay, you know what, I'm going to take this seriously. I'm going to try and follow a bit of a strategy, really learn about what this is all about. And at this point I had so many ideas of like different careers and different side hustles that I could go down, and when you're heading in 30 different places, you cannot put the sufficient energy into one thing to actually make it really good. Okay, so number 1 is finding your why. Why are you doing this? You need a really strong why behind what you're doing. Strong enough why to be your driving force when you wake up in the morning, to get you up out of bed in the morning and do all the things that you need to do even when you don't feel like doing them. Once you found your why, your how will become clearer, like your how will work itself out, but you need that baseline why. Why are you doing this? My why is because I want to live a life and have a career that lets me do what I want to do when I want to do it, and having that freedom. Creating fashion content and doing the, you know, fashion influencing, it just feels like an extension of my lifestyle anyway, and it just pushes me more towards the life that I want to be living. So that is my why. And number 2 is sacrifice. That might be your time, your energy, your money, but you don't get something for nothing in life, and you've got to, you know, be willing to sacrifice something in order to get something bigger and better long term. Say you've got a full-time job and you like to go and party and get smashed on the weekends and are hungover till Tuesday. Maybe you don't have enough time or can't find the time to work on your side hustle or your career that you want. Maybe you stay up till 3 AM watching Netflix instead of getting up at 7 AM and working on yourself. You have to decide what's important in life, and is it better to make things easier for yourself now and reduce the pain of not watching Netflix or not going out and partying, or is the pain worse later down the line when you haven't got the life you want and you haven't got the things you want? I've completely changed my own lifestyle habits. I used to get up at, you know, 11 and then just feel stressed because I didn't get much out of my day, and then didn't really know what I was doing, and you know, that kind of thing, and it was just a spiral of like not good vibes. So now I like to get up at 7 and work on myself and work out and get on with my day. A sacrifice I have made also is selling my car. I had a BMW 3 Series. It was beautiful. I've got a video on my YouTube. I did like a little car tour, but that was a materialistic purchase. That was like my old way of seeing things, like, oh, I'm gonna need to achieve this lifestyle so I can afford the nice car and the nice house. Like, that's just not how I see life anymore, and that was very much a materialistic driven purchase. I did get so much satisfaction from it. I loved that car. I loved everything about that car, but I just couldn't shake the feeling that that was holding me back, that all that money was just sat on the drive, and it was going to hold me back from something I wanted to do. So I just got it on Auto Trader. I just thought, in the long term, Sam is going to thank me for this, and I just sold it. And luckily there was a spare car at home that I could drive, and that I have been driving. Okay, it is May 14th, and this is a vlog for the future. Today I'm selling my beautiful car, and this is my new little car, a Lexus. It will do. I didn't think I'd be saying this, but it's not that deep. I'm trying not to think about it. I've just finished uni, and I've just been thinking recently that it wasn't the best financial decision. And it's a gorgeous car, and I get satisfaction from it every time I drive it. I love driving it, but I'm 22. I don't need a BMW, and I think I let the excitement of, you know, my 21st birthday, I need a new car, and seeing everyone else driving certain cars, and I thought, okay, I need a pen car, but I don't need a pen car. No one needs a pen car. I'd rather have the money in my bank that can do things for me, that I can make more money with, than all my money sat on the drive. So I've taken the plates off. I just went and got it cleaned. Oh, it's so pretty. It's a guy off Auto Trader that's bought it. He's coming in like an hour and a half. So I'm going to just chill out. I'm going to just chill out, have dinner, and deal with it. I wanted to invest in something. I thought, you know, I'll have this money and I'll invest in something. But it turns out I kind of invested in myself. It's probably not the traditional way of doing things, but it just allowed me to like live my life. And I went on a really nice big holiday, 3 different places. I like planned my outfits out for 2 weeks, and that is when my Instagram started to really pop off and like get a lot of engagement. But I'm not condoning the money that I spend, because it's not good, and I want to really improve on that. If I'm going to make my goals happen, I need to be better at spending money. But this comes back to why your why is so important. If I didn't have that strong why of why I'm doing this, it would be so much easier just not to sell the car and just to go on and make those short-term decisions rather than think of the long term. I was even embarrassed. I was thinking, God, people are gonna think this of me or that of me, or I'm not gonna be giving that bougie lifestyle with the car. But then I just thought, no one cares. No one cares about me that much that they care what car I drive, and if they do, it doesn't matter. This is where the why comes in, because the why of the freedom that I want is so much bigger than the why of a materialistic item that is holding me back. Number 3 is manifesting and believing in yourself, because you might not be spiritual, you might not believe in manifestation, but to manifest something is to bring it to life, to materialize something that's abstract. For something to manifest, it's something to come true. And if you genuinely believe that something is going to happen, and that is what you think about, and your mind is just attuned to that and aligns with that, it will work its way of coming into the world. A good example of this is when I was in Switzerland, and I had influencing and content creation on the top of my mind, and I'd gone for a coffee by myself, and I sat with this British couple next to me, and I started speaking to them and was going on about what I was trying to do, like influencing, content creation, and they seemed really interested. They, you know, paid for my coffee. They were really nice. So glad I found a decent looking coffee shop. Definitely do have oat milk here. Yesterday, get up, go on about my day, go on Instagram and see I've got 2 requests for messages, and they're 2 agents from Store Models in London, which is a massive agency. And I said I'm on holiday at the moment, but when I'm back, like I'm back on the 26th or whatever, and they were like, yeah, just like email us when you're back. Like, how crazy is that? This guy, he like runs like one of the sports teams here, or like the whole sports situation here, I'm not entirely sure, but he lives in Kensington. He knows this woman. What are the chances that I was sat there at that place talking? Like, this is why I love talking to people. I love, you know, I'm genuinely interested in other people's lives, especially when I'm traveling and finding out, you know, things about people. And the fact that, you know, we just had a nice conversation,
and that, you know, they thought, you know, we're gonna do that. Like, how amazing is that? Like, I don't know how what it will lead to. Obviously, I'm gonna put all my energy into thinking that it is gonna like, you know, it's gonna happen, and they're gonna like me, and like they are. So yeah, that's my story time right now.
And yeah, for me, thinking about that and believing it and talking about it, like putting it out into the world, it found its way of coming back to me. If I had not been thinking about that, believing that, and just going about my life like that was, you know, the direction I was going in, I would never have had that conversation. I would never have had that stepping stone on my journey. Number 4 is to embody the person that you want to become. Your goal can be to own a business, or be an entrepreneur, or be an influencer, or travel the world, or whatever, but you need to think of who that person is. Don't wait for this future person that's going to come along and give you your dreams. You are that person now, and you need to become that person and embody that person. Think about what that person does. Do they get up at 7 a.m. in the morning, or do they get up at 11 and then slump around all day? Do they work out every morning? Do they go to sleep at a good time? Do they read books? Do they do all these things? Think about that person. Become that person. You just got to focus on the inside, and the outside will work its way out. And just start believing and acting like you are that person. Like, before I even had like a lot of followers, I was on like 7,000 followers. It was growing okay, but it's still quite slow. But I would still say to myself every morning, I am an influencer, I am a content creator. And I would go about my day like I was. Like, I wasn't making any money from it then, but if I wasn't acting like it and living that life then, what makes me think that I'm gonna live it now? And by doing that, it's made this just work. You know, I'd create my day, I'd get up, I'd work out, I would plan my content, I would get content, I would just really push it so hard that I just believed that that was my life, and there was nothing that was going to kind of stop me from doing that. 5 is perseverance. You've got to stick with it. If everyone just stopped at the first hurdle, no one would really be doing anything. You've got to just try and trial and test and just keep going. Where if something doesn't go your way, don't quit, because that is when you fail. You'll never fail if you don't quit. You have your plan A, you know what you want to do, and you are not going to stop until you get there. So after I met those people in Switzerland, when I got back home, I went to see store models. I also went to another agency that saw me on Instagram and that wanted me to come in.
Okay, I'm going in now, so wish me luck.
Okay, so I just had test shoots or something. No, I had digitals, and then I'm still waiting for my meeting. Off to the second meeting. I'm running late, so let's go. Both of those agencies rejected me, or one of them didn't even come back to me or respond, even though I went all the way to London. And some people think, oh God, if they don't want me, then I'm not meant for this. It just didn't even faze me. I just thought, whatever way possible, this is going to work. And that kind of just led me to sign with my agency that I'm with now, which is Pause, which is perfect for me, which is more the Instagram content creation side, which is actually what I want to be doing. It's not the straight up modelling that I've got to travel here and there all the time. I want the lifestyle that I can be where I want to be. And yeah, it's just worked out so well. It just took those stepping stones and those things that made me realise actually what I want, and stick around for the perfect opportunity. Like a month before I signed with Pause, I remember chatting with this guy, and he was like, I can really imagine you with Pause. And I was just like, oh no, they would never sign me, or it would be a long time until they'd sign me. You know, I'd need a lot more followers, or I'd need to be more like their look or aesthetic. And a month later, they signed me. So number 6 is habit. What are you doing every day to make these dreams come true? It's not just going to be some one dramatic event that's just going to like bring your dreams to you. It's the little things you do every day that accumulate. A really good book I've read is Atomic Habits. I recommend you read it. But it's just that accumulation of little things, just getting that little bit better, that is gonna lead to that change in the long term. That's just, again, becoming that person that does those things. It's not just gonna like happen in a future event or a future time. It can happen now, but it's the little things that you do. Number 7 is being true to yourself and being authentic and being original. If you're just looking at other people and thinking, oh God, I need to be doing this, or getting FOMO, like the fear of missing out of this opportunity, of that opportunity, or this person's doing that, that person's doing that, you're never gonna create something that people are gonna be drawn to. Or you might in the short term, but creating something long term, you need to be original and something that works for you, not that you think other people are gonna like or other people are doing. You need to just be authentic and be authentic to yourself and just really believe in what you're doing, because you're not going to stick with it or really get the pleasure out of it that you should if it's not what you really should be doing. The 8th and last step is to plan ahead, visualize your goals. I actually have made an actual vision board on my iPad, but with loads of photos and just sayings and things that I want to achieve in the year ahead. And well, I made this a few months ago, and some of the things have already been happening, and it's good to just think and imagine yourself there, so you can just contextualize and conceptualize the whole feeling of like how you're going to feel and where you're going to be. Write in a diary and write in a journal. It really helps to get your things out of your mind and abstract actually down on paper, and actually can build on those ideas, and that's helped me a lot. And I'm just always writing notes and just writing down my thoughts, doing to-do lists, just things that you can set little goals, say for the day or the week or the month, that are just towards a bigger picture, and just have the long-term goal as well always in mind. But also coming back to the here and now and thinking this is the now, this is the only time you can take action is right now. So if you're always thinking about that big picture is just going to get further and further away from you. I hope you've taken a lot from that, and you know, 2022 I've got my own goals. I really want to get to 100k followers on Instagram and really push that, and my next step is to move to London, and that is just where I'm really gonna make this career happen. I know that, so I'm just putting all my energy into moving there, and I want to just be the healthiest and fittest I've ever been, and just be the best of me, and just, you know, really work on myself and really get my routine really strong, and that it's just second nature that I just get up and do these things, which I kind of do anyway, but just, I mean, it's been just swayed by Christmas, but just be so on this stuff that, you know, when I do have the night out, or I do have a birthday, or I do have this, it doesn't completely throw me off course. And just be really mindful and present in the moment. I have just found myself last year just kind of always chasing that next thing, or chasing that dream or goal, which is fine, but I can't enjoy something in the future. I need to enjoy it now and enjoy the process and enjoy the journey. So that is what I'm trying to work on in 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be making so much more content, and with my camera you can see the quality is so much better. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.